the big show at Rustwood Park scheduled for July 4th. Bob Johnson surely, I know, wants us to mention that, and we want to mention it. I believe the proceeds from this show go to the Cynthia Milk Fund. Is that right, Elvis?
Yes, sir, that's right. And I'd like to say let's see, what would I like to say? I'd like to say that we have a diamond ring that we're going to have as a door prize. It's my initial ring. I've had it for some time, and it has 14 diamonds in it. And we're going to give it away at the door as a door prize.
I see.
And everything.
And all the proceeds from this particular show, this is July 4th at Rustwood Park. Elvis is going to be there. He's going to sing and play. His band will be there. Many other stars will be there, too. And we will certainly want you to watch Bob Johnson's column in the Memphis Press Cemetery, watch all the publicity on it, and get your tickets in advance. Elvis Presley, I want to thank you again because we know you're a busy man, and thanks a lot for coming by and seeing us dance party and saying hello to all your friends here in Memphis and the Mid-South. And anytime you're in town and want to come by, we certainly will welcome you.
Well, thank you very much, Wink, and I'll see you again.
Okay, thanks a lot. Elvis Presley.
When I met my baby, she upset my nerves. My eyes started doing little dips and dirbs. All love broke loose. All love broke loose. Well, my heart and soul went completely out of control.
And now, from Television City in Hollywood, here's your host on Gambit, Wink Martindale.
Thank you very much, Kenny Williams. Good morning, everybody. Are you eating, gardening, or fishing if you're masticating? Lakin.
You're eating.
Eating food, yes. You're masticating your food or chewing your food.
We'll take the card.
To go with a 10, 7, 17, freeze or play.
Freeze.
They stop. So right after we come back from this commercial, Von Birds, if you can beat a 17, you'll be our new champions. We'll be right back. Animal songs for $300 to the pot. According to the lyrics of this 1967 hit song by a famous singing duo, orangutans are skeptical.
Orangutans, Wink.
Oh. Did I say orange? I didn't. No, I didn't. I did not say that. I'm going to start all over. Name the song.
I don't believe I know the song.
It's At the Zoo. Yes. And the duo who sang it, Simon and Garfunkel. And if you feel bad now, Dorothy, you don't feel as dumb as I do, I can guarantee you.
Somebody big just died. Popular game show host and DJ Wink Martindale is dead at 91 years old. And my friend Mike North is here to deliver the eulogy. Mike, how are you, my friend? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, Joe, but you know what? As you reshuffled the deck of life, I saw what you did. You made some changes up top with the people that have died. And you already got to be reminded that George Foreman is gone, that Gene Hackman's gone, that Richard Chamberlain's gone. Because what happens is it's fleeting. And one of the reasons I've always wanted to do this show, and it was always like something that I wanted to just try, is because back when I was growing up, if somebody died, you had a big, big column in the paper. You had all sorts of news shows talking about them. And, you know, like with Wink Martindale, he died. There was blurbs in the paper. But the reason I do this show is because I was there at the time, and I can express to everybody how big he was then, like Pat Zajac is now.
Right.
Was now.
That generation's.
That generation. And he was as big as anybody. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But we can't do this. And you can't bury your people without what? A funeral home, right?
That's right.
And there is the all-important funeral chapel, and there's none better than Cumberland Chapels. That's right. And it's at 8300 West Lawrence, Norwich, Illinois. Tony Lupo Sr. and Lupo Jr., Martino, Pete and Louie Jr., God bless, serving families with just class, dignity, grace for decades. It is a block long out there in Norwich. It's got parking. There's brand new people. I hate to put it that way, but you know what? Dying is like being born. Somebody dies, somebody else gets born. These are the people that look at, and all of them look like they lived pretty long lives. Not too many young people there, like I've seen a couple times before, which is disturbing. But they do a good job getting you in, doing the best they can to help you with your finances and not trying to take advantage of you. That is Cumberland Chapels. Also, It's a pleasure to go where are the living, where people are young, alive, feeling good. Give me a burger. How about a martini? A little shrimp, the beef egg rolls out of this world. You go to work, you got some ribs. Uh, Tony Antonacci's Pennyville station, his father, Tino, the ambassador of restaurants in Chicago in the northwest suburbs, right there, 112 Main Street. Just a wonderful, wonderful place. Have had a lot of compliments from people that have gone there from seeing this. No different than my buddy out there at Raul Jewelers, who was in Italy, and he struck up a conversation with somebody, and they were from Atlanta. And he said, well, I'm from Chicago. And the guy from Atlanta goes, hey, I used to live in Chicago. Is Mike North still a big talk show host there? And they're in like Italy in a cafe. He goes, I sponsored a guy in a podcast.
They're like, what a small world, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah. He goes, you're kidding. He goes, no, where can I find him? And that's how, at the bar room at the time, or at 1000, or yes, this wonderful station. So you never know what's going to happen. Pennyville station, that's right. People talking about it. It's a hip place, beautiful, and the outdoor garden's going to be going right now. Now, we are pleased to have with us, of course, myself, Joe Mandel, our sponsors, but all you people there. And I had to tell Joe, basically, I knew what was going to happen here. Wink Martindale died, and I said either Joe hasn't heard of him or he thinks it's the football coach. Wink Martindale. And Joe's heard of Wink Martindale, the football coach, the NFL coordinator. But Joe told me before we went on, right, Joe? You had to do some research?
I didn't know him at all, Mike. I'll be honest with you.
And I don't blame you, because Wink was now in his 90s. And there's something about being a host, a TV game show host. I'm going to give you, you get into your 90s. That means you had wonderful genes. If you're handsome, genes again. And
people are getting into your genes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen to Joe throwing it around from out there over here. He's right. And you start realizing, wait a minute. If I'm good looking and I got good genes, I got a chance of being a talk show host or a game show host, if you will.
Sure.
I mean, we've had some people die since we started doing this show. We were naming them before the show. Chuck Willery, for one. Chuck was one of the all-time greats. Okay.
Sure was.
I said to Joe, he didn't live to be in his 90s, but he was close. But he doesn't make the list. No. We got two other guys. Peter Marshall, who was Pete Lecoq, former Cubs player's father, and one of the great game show hosts of all. There he is, back in his prime, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I got 2 apartments by where I work. Yeah, there he is. Look at him. And then then you have Bob Barker, ladies and gentlemen, who said, I have apartments in every state, ladies and gentlemen, that neuters dogs. And there he is. I mean, the legend, 2 legends. And
unreal.
Yeah, just all into their 90s. And this guy is no different. Now, this guy got his break because he was born. Well, we all get our break when we're born, don't we?
That's true.
December 4th, Winston Conrad Martindale. Okay, so I know why it became Wink. But when I used to hear Wink Martindale as a defensive coordinator or whatever the hell he is with the Giants.
Yeah.
I said, nobody else knows that the legend Wink Martindale was named that, and this guy stole his name. Literally, they stole Wink Martindale's name.
That's wild.
Then I hear Joe, and he never heard of him and they thought, and I'm sure Joe thought, boy, that's a clever nickname, Wink Martindale, for a football coach. Except a legend. A legend.
It's funny. I thought the opposite, Mike. I thought it was I'm like, this is a great name for a disc jockey. That's what I thought. And that's what he was.
And that's what he was, Joe. Died Rancho Mirage, California at 91. Disc jockey, radio personality, game show host, television producer. Look at him here. I mean, I don't know what kind of getup that is, but whatever it is. Look at that's what made him right there. Elvis Presley dated Wink Martindale's eventual wife, but they were buddies. Wink heard him, got him put on the radio, and the rest is history. Did the what's this song where I would win hands down now if they want to play that crap. You play a couple bars, I'm going to get it. He had his own singing. He won. He was a host, but he did it all. He had the look. But at the end of the day, there he is with Carl Perkins and Elvis. So
wild.
Joe's going. I thought there was Tony Soprano on the left. Maybe I'm wrong.
James Gandolfini, right?
I thought it was Gandolfini before the Sopranos. I did not. So his years active. How about this? 1951 to now, 2025. They just put a show. Excuse me. They just put a show Gambit on the Game Show Network the day he died. They just put his show up there because it was an old show. What the Game Show Network does is bring him back. Now, I got to be the first to tell you, he was married twice only. Married from 1954, divorced in 1972, and then married to Sandy Farrar in 1975. They had 4 kids.
4 kids. God bless.
4 kids, right? His talk shows, I never watched that much. His talk shows, I watched Password. I watched some Dating Game, Newlywed. Bob Eubanks, another guy, Newlywed Game. I would watch this every so often. But, I mean, I knew him from doing his entertainment stuff, from being a Memphis disc jockey, from being with Elvis, from doing his songs. I mean, here, this guy's like 89 here, and he looks great. I mean, seriously, this guy was near at the both of them. These guys like this are an inspiration for me, you know, to try to keep the weight off, look as good as I can. I got a decent head of hair. I did let myself.
You do, Mike. You really do.
Well, I am lucky about that. There's no doubt. But I mean, I know, Joe. Don't worry about it. I don't like to bring it up. You know, you don't have to go to the dark side and show me the back. Okay, all right. You know that's.
I won't.
But you know what, Joe? You're still a handsome man. All I'm gonna say.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, see, you think I'm kidding, but that's not, you made somebody fall in love with you, right?
That's right. My beautiful wife.
Yeah, that's right. You got 2 kids.
That's right.
Right? Boy, the 2 kids thing. Joe's got a kid 4 months old, ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
We were just talking about people that die. Another one is born. Joe and his family are perfect for that.
Beautiful thing.
He was a disc jockey. He did a wonderful job. He moved to WTJS. This is when radio was king. When anything you wanted to do, you had to do on radio. He was friends with Sam Phillips. He heard That's All Right by Elvis. He booked him on a show, and the rest is history. Booked him for TV, became good friends with him. So whenever Elvis was around, he took care of him. If you were associated with Elvis in the 50s and you got along with him, by the way, Elvis was stoned on this film.
He didn't know what he was saying at all.
There is no look, I'm going to be the first to tell you, there's no doubt in my mind that Elvis Presley smoked grass. None. Okay, a lot of the rockers, especially knowing B.B. King, knowing the Memphis people, rock and roll players back then, from Chuck Berry to Jerry Lee Lewis, even actors like Robert Mitchum, they smoked grass. And I was watching this, okay? And the last time I saw him really where he didn't know what he was talking about was at the end when he weighed 300 pounds, okay? Right. And that right there is when he was stoned. Now, this is what we used to come home to, Joe, when we were kids. And American Bandstand was the national one. These were local shows that would eventually go national if they were good enough. But this one was out of Memphis. We had a guy named Lloyd Daxton, the dance party that came out of Chicago. You have this, and then you have the game show. So this guy reinvented himself, singer, actor, game show host. Believe me, I've done them all. You got to reinvent yourself. You got to stay busy. And I think he hit his height when he went national as a game show host, no doubt about it. Of course, he did a nationwide tribute to Elvis when he died in 1977. He hosted TV shows like What's the Song, like I said. He did Dick Tic Tac Toe. He did cameos on TV shows. He just kept busy. Here's the thing I admired about Wink. He loved what he did. You don't do shows even into your 60s unless you love the genre that you're doing it in and there's opportunity for you. And this guy kept himself busy, and I give him all the respect in the world. Now, his later career, he's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
He does.
That's big as it is. They did some most outrageous game show moment show, which I think, I don't know why I missed that. 2002. Bob Eubanks, Jim Lang, Ben Stein, Peter Marshall, all legends. Did this show, and they showed bloopers. Okay, like the one that Bob Eubanks. He asked, "What's the weirdest place, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies, what's the weirdest place that your husband and you have ever done whoopee?" Okay. And what do you think the girl said, Joe?
Oh, geez.
In the anus? And no. Yeah.
No.
He goes, no. He says,
no.
No, the weirdest place. And the
Like
place
location, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the bloopers that are the funniest. His personal life was once I said was great. He was a conservative. Okay. He also did some evangelistical stuff. This guy just hopped from place to place.
Talk about a class act.
Yeah, nothing but a class act. Everybody liked him. Finally started the show his age at 90. He was cut along the Dick Clark cloth. You know, this guy's 75 and he looks like he's 30. There's something wrong.
Some good genes, man.
Well, this is before facelifts, too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a guy right there that you're looking at with his wife. No facelift there. I don't think he had facelift. Now, I'm not sure about the hair. The hair's dyed, but is that a toupee? That's what I'm does.
It kind of had a little bit of a toupee vibe.
I'm a little troubled by it. Hold on. Let me find out from the black box. Hold on. Did Wink Martindale wear a toupee? Oh. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes, he did. Wow.
It is widely believed that Wink Martindale wore a wig or toupee to cover his bald spots.
Did that mess up your vision of him now, Mike? You seem so disappointed.
Well, he initially had a full head of hair. Well, who doesn't initially? All right.
That's right.
You're right. Even Joe remembers those days.
I know. I used to have luscious locks.
Yeah. And a full head of hair. He later transitioned to a signature hairstyle that appeared to be a wig or toupee. Well, yeah. I just figured that during his long-running career as a game show host, he even discussed with a contestant who thought it was her red hair, but then noticed her blonde hair underneath. This suggests the hairstyle was likely a wig, although Martindale himself never explicitly said it. So, yeah, he did. He wore a toupee. I'm over it now. And you know what? Doesn't matter. You know, the guy was just an entertainer. He busted his ass. He had kids. He had he sang gospel. He hosted shows. He jumped around the globe. He knew Elvis Presley.
Crazy.
I mean, just a crazy life. And what's another thing? I knew Joe would never hear of him. But this is why we do the show. Because you should know about him. You should know about him. Because what he did, take it from a guy, take it from me. What he did in his career is fantastic. What he did with his career is fantastic. And just because people don't write about it anymore, he's not a forgotten guy. Okay.
Stayed relevant for his whole life.
For his whole career, stayed relevant. And outlived them all. Outlived Elvis. Okay. Outlived everybody he covered. I mean, so for the most part, everybody he covered kaput. Okay. So that's just a beautiful thing. What can I tell you? Like I said, his cause of death was, I believe, myocarditis, a heart type of thing. It just, his heart gave out on him. His heart's going, enough. Wow, can we take a break here? Can we rest here? You know? I mean, that's crazy.
I've been busy for my whole life, man.
Yeah, I haven't stopped since I was born. You know, I guess he had great parents and the whole ball. And I forgot to say this. I did interview Wink with the score back in.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Well, these guys were like, believe me, Peter Marshall, Bob Eubanks, Jim Lampley of the dating game, Chuck Barris. I mean, there's been a movie about Chuck Barris, you know, made from the Gong Show with Julia Roberts, A Dangerous Mind. I forget the name of it. But these guys were the daytime TV stars. Like there's nighttime TV stars. There was soap operas and there was game shows. There was no phones, no computers. If you were sick and you stayed home from school, you had 5 channels. You better figure out which TV show is going to make you interested a little. And they did. The game shows were big. And then, of course, in the morning, they'd play like reruns of Andy Griffith or I Love Lucy. TV back in the day was better than with 5 channels than it is mostly now with 200, to be honest with you. I mean, what's on TV now during the day? I mean, Nothing. I mean, a bunch of talking heads that don't know what they're talking about in sports, news people fighting with each other.
I found the movie you were talking about, Mike.
There it is. This guy was a game show host and a CIA spy. Have you seen it, Joe?
I have not, but I've heard it's good.
Joe, now what's that other movie I told you to see that you probably haven't seen yet?
I didn't watch it yet. Kill the Irishman.
Okay.
It's on the list, though. I added it to the list.
This guy invented the dating game and the Gong Show. Made a fortune. Unfortunately, we did not know that he was a CIA spy and also killed people. Chuck Barris. And Sam Rockwell does a great job as Chuck Barris. But
He's awesome.
about that. Think about that. So Julia Roberts is in it. It's a great movie. George Clooney in one of the few decent movies because he's not the star. Okay, he's got a supporting role. Okay, more so. Fantastic. There's no doubt about it. And this guy was fantastic too. He appeared in an advertising campaign for Kentucky Fried Chicken. He also was in the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. Okay. In 2016. Then he does the KFC commercial in 2017. The guy's in his 80s. And he's still dishing them out. You know? He had a Facebook page. He had 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. So he kept moving with the times. So his wife and him and whoever was helping him were very, very savvy. So once again, died of lymphoma in Rancho Mirage, California at the age of 90.
God bless.
God bless him. Joe, any parting words? I know now, yeah. Every time we do one of these and you don't hear about a guy and then you watch him, I always like your first initial reaction.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't mean to shade you, but by saying, do you believe a guy like this was a daytime star in the 60s and 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s?
No, I believe it. By doing the homework, Mike, and looking into it, like you really got to respect the guy's career and how he stayed relevant his entire career. Right. You know, I mean, he sang, he hosted shows, he was a disc jockey. This is a guy that did game shows for a long time. I mean, you got to respect the hustle.
That's it. Exactly, Joe. Great point. Listen, we're still talking about, I mean, I'm hearing reports now that Gene Hackman's house was in disarray.
Yeah.
It was completely like a pigsty.
There's a video that came out, a body cam video I was watching.
Yeah. Just
bizarre.
Yeah. That's still, I don't believe anything yet, but they're still investigating that shit. I think they want it to go away.
Yeah.
But Wink Martindale, and we'll keep on top of the Hackman stuff, but the Wink Martindale stuff. Wick, thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for coming on that one time with me. I requested you. Jesse Rogers went, whoop. I mean, nothing changes, you know. He's a young guy. He goes, whoop. Yeah, he was in his 20s. I told him and he got him. That's how good he was. And this is how good Joe is. He puts this whole show together for us.
Thank you, Mike.
And we appreciate Cumberland Chapels and Pennyville Station. We appreciate you. God bless everybody. Enjoy every day of life. Me, I get up every morning. I say, Tug, thank you, God. And I say, joy.
That's right.
That's
And
right.
happy Easter to those of you who celebrate tomorrow.
That's right. And, oh, by the way, anybody, if my dad would have put colored potatoes in front of me or colored like fake eggs instead of real eggs because the price is too high, as a 9-year-old, I could promise him I would have told him this. I don't want this. And apparently the plan didn't work. If we got to have potatoes, okay?
We're not doing that. We're doing eggs, Mike.
Yeah. I'm hearing on the news, there's actually people that are trying to play that crap up because the price of eggs are up. Forget about it. If you can't afford a carton of eggs for your children, the plan didn't work. That's all I'm going to tell you. Happy Easter. That's my Easter message. I'm not the Pope. I guess you found that out. By the way, the Pope's the only man to have double pneumonia and almost died that put on 25 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, also, before I let you go, I'm not ready to go. I got to let things go. To the Katy Perry people and all the wonderful women that did that, let me tell you something. I rode the parachute ride. Joe, type up the parachute ride at Riverview real quick before we say goodbye. Maybe Joe can get it up and take a look at it. You went up 200 feet and then they let you go and you had a little band, a little belt on your waist. Okay. You could see Lake Michigan from Belmont and Western. That's how high the parachute ride is. That was more dangerous than what Katy Perry and those girls did. I also jumped the third rail. Look at that. My grandmother crossed the ocean to come to our country. She never was so scared in her life than when she took me up in this thing. Okay. People actually died on that ride at Riverview and on the roller coasters. Look up Riverview Amusement Park and look up the people that died. To say roller coaster deaths. One guy fell from one car and landed on the lower tracks and got run over by another car. So I just thought I'd throw that in. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mike, this is how fast I am.
What? What do you got now? Yes, I'm just telling you. What Katy Perry and them did is nothing. Nothing. We took more dangerous rides at an amusement park that had no safety restrictions in the 60s. I'm just being honest about it.
Oh, jeez.
My God. Joe just pulled it up out of nowhere, and there's more.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Joe's laughing. I don't want to put up with it anymore. I mean, they were twirling, they're blowing kisses to each other. They're not even wearing helmets. They took me on that. They took me on that. Look at Joe's reading the articles. They put me on that ride with a belt that was like the size of a garden hose on a piece of wood. Okay, and then they fire you down, and then you come down like this, and you're 9. Okay, but I don't remember it. Don't worry, he'll forget all about it. No, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, had to throw that in.
Love it.
Yeah. On behalf of Joe Mandel, Cumberland Chapel, Pennyville Station, and yours truly, Mike North. And Aldo Gandia's coming back for another year. God bless you, Aldo.
Aldo, you're the man.
You are the man, Aldo, and everybody else. We got another year, and I'll have some announcements to make for another bear show I'll be doing. Joe's going to be doing some stuff, but me and Joe might do some more. Who knows? You know, Joe's a taskmaster. What can I tell you?
That's right. What can I say?
That's it. On behalf of us all here at Cumberland Chapel Funeral and Pennyville Station, somebody big just died. God bless that man, and God bless the great people that, like Wink Martindale, who will never be forgotten on this show. Good night.